Hello and welcome to the LoreKings. This is your boy Big Dula here bringing you Fantasy Week. Today we're going to bring to you the top 5 video game fantasy franchises / series. Okay, coming in at number 5 is Dragon Age by Blizzard. The first game came out in 2009 and has since 2 more titles have been released. Now, I know many people are asking, why did Dragon Age make the cut? Dragon Age was revolutionary in you choosing your own path, creating elements like romance and the companion system with all your different companions and how you interact with them. They were fantastic at this, making you feel like it was your fantasy adventure. Okay, coming in at number 4 is the Elder Scrolls series. When Bethesda decided it didn't want to make sports games anymore and pivoted in 1994, they were able to come out with the first Elder Scrolls Arena, and it started a franchise that has lasted the test of time. They've mastered the open world concept in fantasy. Skyrim was just the latest in a line of wonderful video games that has culminated in one of the best fantasy franchises ever created. Such hits like Morrowind and Skyrim, and now the new online MMO, Elder Scrolls is going to be here for a while, and they're going to continue to make fantastic open world fantasy franchises. Okay, coming in at number 3 on the list is the Zelda franchise. Now, for many of you, this was one of your first video games you ever possessed in your lifetime on the NES when it came out in 1986. It wasn't my first, but it was definitely in that first package, that first round of games, I guess you would say, for me. Since 1986, 17 games have been created, and Link is still out there running around saving Zelda or Hyrule from whatever problems they're in this year. One of the best fantasy video game franchises ever created, standing the test of time. Okay, coming in at number 2 is the Final Fantasy. With the first game appearing in 1987, and then subsequently over 14 more games depending on what country you live in, Final Fantasy has been able to just capture the video game community. It has one of the most fantastic endings of all time in Final Fantasy VII, which was almost the first time I wanted to punch my television. Like, you felt like you were in the story and it wasn't just a video game with type and some of the other things of that nature. Though they were the first to start pioneering really rich storytelling in video games. And anybody that's had some of those early Final Fantasies know what I'm talking about. What they have been able to accomplish with this series, mini-series, not just fantasy, mini-series in general, would like to share. The turn-based style of the gameplay made it easy for you to pick it up, learn it, but then the depth of the game as you traveled, as you progressed and leveled, let you understand the depth and the breadth of the game and the strategy behind it. Okay, coming in at number 1, the best fantasy franchise ever in the history of video gamedom is...
Thumbs up. Ready, guys?
Let's do this. Leroy Dragons!
It's a Warcraft. I know everyone's like, whoa, Warcraft number 1, no. The original game came out in 1994 as a real-time strategy game. And then over the next 10 years, roughly, World of Warcraft 2 came out, then Warcraft 3 and all of its expansion, and then Battle.net edition and everything else of that nature. And Warcraft was a solid franchise. And then in 2005, they came out with the World of Warcraft. Now, this game has been going for 10 years strong. Many iterations, many DLCs, but at its peak, it had over 12 million subscribers. Now, I know sheer money making doesn't make a franchise great, but something has to be said about a franchise that can hold on to 5+ million people over a decade. Fantasy franchise is fantastic. It should be looked at as almost a model of longevity and listening to your customer base. I played it for roughly 7 years before I just had to move on to something else. Ran out of time, life catches up to you, stuff like that. But it is still the #1 fantasy video game franchise ever created. This is your boy, Big Doula. Like, subscribe, check me out. Check out some of the other videos in some of the other weeks. Peace. Hello and welcome to the LoreKings. This is your boy, Big Doula. Today we're going to bring to you some great cosplay from the magical, mystical creatures known as elves.